10 football regions,
123 clubs,
2,396 youth participants.
2018 saw the rise of our youth with the implementation of the National Youth Championships in the categories of U15 male, U17 females, and U17 male. This project essentially sought to strategically promote and develop football in Belize by means of centrally organized competitions at the youth levels for both males and females. President of the Federation, Mr. Sergio Chuk, explains more.
Well, the vision of the FFB is to promote football on a whole, but through the funding, the FIFA Forward funding that we got this past 2018, we were able to come a lot closer to our vision, which is basically improving the quality and the time that the kids are playing football. Those competitions basically culminated in a champion for each of the 10 regions, which then participated in a national tournament. So we have champions at the national level for our youths in the U15 male, the U17 male, and the U17 female. The main objective is that we want to improve the quality of football, and we realize that football has to be played from the youth level if we are thinking, if we are dreaming about competing with the region and competing with the world. So what we have done is provide an enabling environment where the kids could have as much playing time as possible.
In the past, the centralized structure of the FFB limited the capacity to organize and manage competitions at the subnational levels. As a result, a collaboration agreement was entered between the Football Federation of Belize and the National Sports Council to establish regional offices countrywide. All 6 regional offices are key in the organization and administration of competitions within the country. The youth tournament started off with 47 U15 teams, 54 U17 male teams, and 22 U17 female teams. Number of participants for these tournaments totaled 2,396 participants throughout the country of Belize. Despite the challenges faced, there is no question that the National Youth Championship was a great success. This project did not only allow youths to come together for the love of the game, but exposed them to many valuable skills and lessons that they will hold on forever. It did indeed start out as an idea that became a plan, then became a project. Something simple that started out with a pen and paper in hand touched the lives of many individuals who invested their time and passion in every game. This project essentially sought to strategically promote and develop football in Belize by means of centrally organized competitions at the youth levels for both males and females.
In order for all these youth tournaments to happen, we had to have qualified coaches. The Football Federation of Belize set up programs during the year where more than 250 Belizean coaches were trained.
The Football Federation of Belize takes this opportunity to extend our gratitude for all the support and collaboration given to us throughout the years.
Thank you.
I did it for me.
I did it for you.
I did it for all of us.
Lo hice por mí, lo hice por ti, lo hice por todos nosotros. Vacúnase hoy.
So that everybody's life can go back to normal. Please.
Get vaccinated today.
Thank you.
Good night, good night. It's Tuesday night, so you know what that means. You are here
on FFB TV on Legends. Thank you so much for all our viewers who have joined us online. We are excited to bring yet another very nice game to you. My name is Yashmin Juan, and I'm here joined with my co-host for tonight, Mr. Shepherd. Mr. Shepherd, please tell me you're as excited as I am for this match tonight.
Of course, yes, because this game that we're going to be breaking down is basically my hometown, the Sugar Boys Juventus, and the game was against La Victoria from Corozal, and they were the defending champ. So 1992 brought a lot of memories back in football. And I'm glad to be alongside you to make sure that we bring this one live into the room with most of the people that are tuning. And I'm sure that they're going to be excited to hear what we had in show for them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ledrick. So like you already mentioned, it's a 1992. We're traveling back to 1992, and it's Sugar Boys Juventus versus La Victoria. Very exciting match. We'll have to ask our viewers if anybody knows what was the final score for this match, but let's just leave it there for now. We invite our viewers to tune in on Facebook to share our live. So we're also live on YouTube. So definitely very exciting match for tonight.
Well, you usually give out a prize to some of the audience, right?
Yes, we always try to keep our audience motivated to interact with us. So we have a Jaguars t-shirt, and right
wow,
here.
I want one of them, man.
So we have a Jaguars t-shirt, and then at the back, of course, it says Legends. Legends, you're watching Legends on FFB TV. Share the live, guys. Interact with us. We want to hear from you. And since you brought up the whole aspect about the question, I guess I'll give you the honors of being the one to ask the question tonight. So it's up to you how easy or how hard you would like to make it for our viewers. So before we go into the games, however, I do want to let our audience know that this weekend we have a very busy weekend at the Federation, at the FFB headquarters, because we're going to be having the U15 national team selection in camp as they prepare for the UNCAF Boys Championship in Nicaragua. That will be held in August, and then we'll also have the U17 women's national team as they will be preparing for the CONCACAF qualifiers for the 2022 U17 World Cup. So a very busy weekend for the Federation, but you know the teams are starting their preparations. Of course, these teams, the selection came about through the Evo Soccer, the participants who have been consistently submitting their videos and so forth. So we encourage all the participants to continue being devoted to their Evo Soccer platform, continue your drills, guys. We are excited to get the teams, to get the youth athletes in camp. You know, I'm sure that they will bring so much energy. It's been a while. So, you know, like I said, we have exciting things coming up, and we're always very busy at the Federation. But tell me something, were you present at this match, the match that we're going to be showing tonight?
14. I was just 14. I was around football, and I know basically the most of the players that are on the Sugar Boys team, because let me be real. Football was not my first sport. Basketball was, but I played football at San Francisco School at Manara. You know, I represent San Francisco School to the highest level, and I used to go watch some of these same players perform and practice a lot. They used to play volleyball inside the arena, and I got to know them a lot. I can probably call them by their nickname. That's how good I know them, you know. So that's how far I can go. So
speaking about nicknames, and I'm sure that everybody who's probably watching on the live knows your nickname. But for the few that don't know, please share it with us.
Mad Bull, that's what they call me. But you know, Ladrick Shepherd is my real name. Ladrick Shepherd, born and grew in a Range Town, has been a sports person for quite a while. I'm currently the chairman for the Range Football Association. So when it comes to football, I've done a lot. Everybody knows me as bragging, always talking big, because I always make sure we carry a good team to represent the Range in the past nationals. When it comes to the U15, we are the champs for the U15 and the U17, but we are the defending champs of Range. They both of my team, they won. So, and then the only challenge that I have gotten so far, I have to respect T-Bone and Jordan. Jordan and T-Bone have been giving me quite a challenge.
Well,
Both of their
it.
team, the team has been right there, right in the finals. I managed to beat them, but prior to that, getting to it, these guys have been winning me. So this is just fair that I get my chance to win them, so win them back. So
well, healthy competition is always welcome. You know, we love when you bring that competitive attitude because it encourages the athletes to push harder, you know. So just once again, for our viewers who have just joined in tonight, we are doing the 1992 Sugar Boys Juventus versus La Victoria. Remember, we are live on the FFB Facebook page and YouTube channel. So remember, go ahead and share this live, comment below, tag, and interact with us. We want to hear from you. So are you ready to get to kick off this game, Mr.
Yes,
Shepherd?
I'm quite excited, yes.
So we'll get this going. I'm sure that all of our viewers online are very excited as well. Guys, for our viewers, comment where you're watching from. And, you know, tell us, were you at this game, or do you know some of the legendary football players who were part of these teams? Like I said, we want to hear from you. And I am giving Mr. Shepherd the opportunity to ask the question tonight. So he will be, I don't know how hard, how difficult he's going to make that question or how easy he's going to make it, but he will be responsible for coming up with that question. And the winner will be winning your Jaguars Legends t-shirt, guys. So thank you all for joining us here tonight. You are watching Legends on FFB TV.
Well, the question for the fans that are out there, I would like them to give me the name of the coach that coached the Sugar Boys Juventus team. Who was the coach of the Sugar Boys Juventus team?
So you got the question. You have enough time to do your research in case you don't know it. So who was coach of
the Sugar Boys Juventus team?
Sugar Boys Juventus.
Yeah. As the game is getting ready to start, I'd just like to, as the game starts, yes, I would like to mention the starting 11 that played for the Sugar Boys. Like I said, I'm familiar with the names and I can even give you their nicknames. In goal, there was Giovanni Rodriguez, one of the top goalkeepers in the league. And you will see why he was considered a top goalkeeper, because after I watched this match, he played an excellent game. He was I think out of all the players, I think he was the MVP of this game. If I was out to give someone an MVP, I would give it to the goalkeeper, Giovanni Rodriguez. In the defense, we had Lloyd Keane. His nickname was Chanzan. The reason why they call it Chanzan is because he was very fast. A very fast defender, and he could have, as the game kicked off here, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, in the red and red shirt and blue pants is the Corozal team. In the white and red pants is the Carinjoa team, and there we see a slight tackle by Esteban Hall. And I was just spoke to Esteban Hall, I was talking about this game, and he was giving a little breakdown. And Stefan Hall doesn't look like the real Esteban, but back in the days he was young. He said he was about 28, 29. Young boy getting into his prime of football. He said he was supposed to play with the Abra this year. That year he won the championship with La Victoria. I'm giving you history. He won with La Victoria the year before. He left La Victoria, and it's because they didn't want to pay him the money he wanted as. So he decided to join Sugar Boys Juventus, but he was going to sign a contract with the Abra. There were 9 teams in the tournament, and he decided to join Juventus. You know?
And also, let me just take this opportunity to remind our viewers, guys, for your question, I'm certain that you're asking for the full name of the coach, right?
Full name. What is there anybody coach was Pelayo?
We're asking for the full name. So Mr. Wilbert Galvez is saying Raul.
I'm asking for the full name.
Raul Pelayo.
That's the manager of the team. If I'm not mistaken, he was probably the one of the manager of the team.
Okay, so I'm sharing what the answers have been so far. So we had somebody who said Pelayo, and then somebody else said Raul Pelayo. And then we also have Gerardo Ruiz saying saludos desde Chetumal, Quintana Roo. So thanks to all of the viewers who are tuned in.
Okay, let me continue, yes, by breaking down the rest of the players. I mentioned Giovanni Rodriguez in goal. In the defense, they were Lloyd Keane. That's his name, Lloyd Keane. They have Esteban Hall was playing forward. Esteban Hall, like I said, he played with Corzal and he joined the Juventus Sugar Boys team. Mariano Pech, he's from Progreso. Caballo, they used to call us his nickname, Caballo. The Harrisman and Mariano Pech.
I'm always curious as to how do people come about with these nicknames? Like what do they do to deserve these nicknames?
For the minute they call you Caballo or Harris, that means you have a lot of stuff. You have speed. He used to play defense. Mariano Pech, he's still alive. He lives in Progreso. We have Orlando Reed. Orlando Reed is a good left foot defender. Right now, I can tell you that we have his nephew, Calvin Reed. He's on the under 17 selection. He's going to be one of the superstars. I mentioned his name before to you. Calvin Orlando Reed. He's from Cayo. But he left from Cayo and come to Orange Walk and played on the Juventus team. That's one of the next one. We have Wayne Wade. Wayne Wade is actually one of the coaches now giving back. And I said I spent a lot of time asking him questions. In this game, Wayne Wade was playing midfield. No why, but he's a defender and he was playing midfield. So I was talking to Steve Hall and I said, well, a lot of mixed up. Next, we had Alan Tubos Flowers. Alan Tubos Flowers is a defender. He's also from Progreso. And Alan Tubos, but his original name is Alan Flowers. He's still around. He's still around. We have Jorge Nunes. If you recall Jorge Nunes, the Brazilian, he used to coach the national team one spell. Jorge Nunes was around the national team. He's playing forward right now on this game. He's one of the forward players for the Sugar Boys team. Then we have Roy Ginn. Roy Ginn was a Costa Rican, and yes, as you can see, as I mentioned, there's a lot of different players.
Yes, that's what I was about to comment on. From back then, I guess you wanted to have the strongest team, and that meant recruiting people. So this team had people from what our representation? You said Honduran?
Yes, sir. You have the Honduran Chacon. Zelaya was a defender. He was a defender. Chacon Zelaya. We have Roy Ginn was a Costa Rican. We have Jorge Nunes, a Brazilian. We have Orlando Reed was from Cayo. We have Mariano Pech. We didn't even mention no Orange Walk players yet. Well, actually,
I was about to point that out.
Transan was born right here in Orange Walk. I'm corrected. I'm still to be corrected, but I know Transan live right by Riverside. Well, Giovanni Rodriguez is a Honduran as well, who came from Honduras back to Belize. So he's a Honduran, and the goalkeeper is a Honduran. That's Giovanni Rodriguez. And then that was basically the 11 that started. I was trying to remember. I'm not too familiar with the Corazal team, but some of their big players were Barahona. One of the big players were and remember
the name that we've heard before in the show.
Barahona, he was a good player, an excellent player, and they were the defending champ. They just won the championship. Alongside, they had Ariel Magania, one of the next players. Delmar Sutherland, God rest his soul. Out of all the players, he was the only player that has passed away, and he was a good goalkeeper. Anybody from Corazal can tell you, Delmar Sutherland was one of the #1 goalkeeper. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I was told that Marvin Utley was one of the goalkeeper, and you know who's Marvin Utley? He was in the national team.
Yes.
Marvin Utley was
it's a name that we've heard before on the show. Definitely, he was a goalkeeper, right?
Yes, and he was it right, because Marvin and called me and fixed it, so I got no problem. I know Marvin was in Victoria. There was also Dorian Armstrong, another defender. Edmond the buzzer on the left from Belize. He was one of those Belize players, left from Belize and joined La Victoria for the second go round. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think they won back to back. The only one they were 90 in the tournament. That was one of the other players. So you had Ruben Cruz, one of the other players that was playing along with them. Ramiro Munoz, another player from Corazal. Some of you, we got Finley Gladden. Finley Gladden, they told me, and Edmond the Buzzard Pandey, Finley Gladden playing defense, Edmond playing forward. These are the two players that left from Belize and Jora to see if they can capture a second championship. So it's a mixture of different players that we're seeing right now.
So, and that's what made it a strong team, I assume. It recruited guys. So for our viewers, they're watching the 1992 Sugar Boys Juventus versus La Victoria with Yasmin Juan and my co-host for tonight, Mr. Shepard. And he's done his research, guys. He watched this game, he analyzed this game, he did his research, he did his interviews to be sure to be well prepared for the conversation tonight. So to all our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember to continue sharing this live, continue commenting, I want to know, I'm curious to know if we have Corazal and our fans tuned in to watch this game.
We have to pick up the announcer that is announced for Ben Morales. I don't know what's the name of the other announcer because it was a Spanish and it was an English announcer. So that's the nice thing when it comes to football in Belize. We can both do it in English and Spanish. When you stays listening to our game, you only hear it in one language as we entertain both our Spanish viewers and also the English viewers.
But that's the country of football. Football brings people together, you know, and even when the beauty of football is that even when you don't speak the language, football is a universal language. So even if me and you can't communicate, we could go up on the football field and still play the ball.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true, yes, and that's a good part of it. One of the differences that I'm seeing right now, as you said that ball to the other side of the fence, like Orlando Reed. Orlando Reed shoots that and goes back to Wayne. Wayne shoots that one trying to find Alan Flowers. Flowers controls, spins around, sends that back outside and goes back there to Orlando Reed. Orlando Reed sends the Blake and Aaron pass. And look at see as I'm watching the game and I analyze, yes, football has changed a lot. And that's the reason why I applaud the way how football is changed through the FFB. That we're trying to change the youth for this. They're trying to move away from what you see, just bang bang football and change to another atmosphere. So you can see, and these are professional players playing. You know, these are big time players that play the game. But this was a very physical game. You got down the street, you're going to find out exactly what I'm talking about because there was a lot of physical contact in this game. And the referee Caballero, I think he lost control of the game early inside this game. You can see players are already on the ground already.
And then we also like to mention that Mr. Landy Vega also played for La Victoria team.
Landy Vega played for La Victoria, yeah.
Keep that
that's yeah. Milton Morgan was one of the defenders there. A yellow card, that's the first card in this game. I think when I finished watching the game, if I'm not mistaken, there were about 15 yellow cards. And you know when you have 15 yellow cards, yes, that's not a clean game. That's for sure not a clean game. You know?
No, definitely, that was not the focus of the game.
Yeah, we see Giovanni Rodriguez kicks that ball back in the game. We play from now. We try to teach and use them to take the ball from behind and go to the front. It was only a bang bang ball, just bang out the ball and then you control, but that was part of the game. Like I mentioned to you, the game was first. And in this game, I saw some of the fans, and they even made an interview because there was a red card issue that was wrongly issued, and man, the fans trying to get in it, but man, like I said, the referee lose control of the game early inside this game. Another pass there, as he just pushed there to Chacon sent that ball and another ball is lost.
So I'm seeing that somebody commented Ariel Magana Victoria. I'm not sure if they're
players as well too. Deep inside about big save there by Giovanni Rodriguez. I mentioned to you earlier that was a huge save. That's supposed to be a early inside the game. We're just about 10-15 minutes inside the game. And Giovanni Rodriguez came up with a massive save. Again, as he
remind our viewers again which team is playing in what uniform.
We have
I think I lost your audio. I'm not hearing you, so sorry. I never would hear you just now. You could come and...
You hear me now? Yes? Yeah, you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
You were saying the uniform?
Yeah, the uniform. Juventus is in the white and red. White t-shirt, red pants. Meanwhile, we can see the La Victoria players. They're in the red t-shirt and blue pants. We're playing at this game was played at Recalde Stadium in Corazal. The Recalde doesn't look like this right now. The Recalde need a lot of help, but in due time, I get back. and watch your background watching
No,
this
but
game.
you see,
That is
that's
when
something
football
that
was at the
always
highest level.
amazes me. And we've had this discussion in previous shows. We've had this discussion of whether or not it was the quality of football that brought fans out, or is it that now it's a competitive market? I really don't know. I did not attend any of those games, but I'm sure from past conversations, what I do gather is that it was a whole experience. It wasn't just a football game. There was music. It was a whole family event, and it was something. It was something to do. Now we have it. It's a very competitive market with so much to do, and so we need to figure out how to get that fans to pack our stadiums. That's what we want. That's what I want.
But that hard. That was a hard tackle, and the referee never called nothing, and the game just continued. I told you the referee got this game out of hand. Yeah, we see Juventus with that break, that pass center to Steve Hall. Here comes Steve Hall, and Steve right in front of the goal, all by himself. All by himself. That is the great Steve Hall right now. Number 12. I just spoke him again, Steve said I'm young. I just really come up with a break. I'll give you a little break. But that was the great Steve Hall there. Trying to see if he can get that first goal for Sugar Boy Del Marcelo with that big bang outside. Ball is controlled again. But yes, what I was talking about is that when you want to get the fans back, then you hear Logic Marble Shepherd. Those are the things we want to hear. They want to hear one name. And that is how football is going to be sold back to the public, sell back to the community, is because of the brand name. Remember that then people want to see who is Madbull, what is they not say Cabo Madbull, but we want to see Madbull, and so I get the people back in the arenas, back in the stadium to come watch the players play.
So
I think that's the only way it's going to happen.
What is your opinion on the football rivalry that exists between Corozal and Orange Walk? Is there a rivalry?
Spoken to a lot of people and this rivalry goes back way back then. We had players like Crawford, which was then we had many good players that performed. We had Stud Hendricks that played for Orange Walk. We had Matt Williams that played for Orange Walk. These are the superstar players that used. And then the opposite side in Corozal, there were the Tan West, the West brothers. There were three bad players. Three brothers were the West brothers. They got Tan West, Anthony West. They got Joe West. These are the players that performed and played so good for Corozal. And there are many more players, but that rivalry stand a lot. And it was a back and forth thing between Orange Walk and Corozal. I think if history goes to say.
But what really started that rivalry?
It was players. Players started the rivalry because we had Duguch, one of those players. Just his nickname is Duguch. Then we also have Bodagas. Bodagas is one of Orange Walk's best players. If I'm talking about Bodagas, and some of the viewers could know who is when they hear the name, but they say Bodagas used to bleach all night and carry in a game, put in a game, he scored 2 goals and he go back to sleep. That's how they remember Bodagas, and that's one of the names. There were many good players. I can remember the Orange Walk players. I'm not too familiar with the Corozal, but when I hear about the rivalry, and then I want to cheer for Orange Walk. Some of the Corozal players. I cannot be biased.
But it was known to be the clash of the North, like Mr. Carlos Acosta is saying. It was the biggest rivalry, the clash of the North.
Yeah, because Orange Walk and Corozal used to have most of the best players. Team from Belize and Cayo, and then used to go look for players from Orange Walk to join their team. Most of the time, I would see the players from Corozal and Orange Walk used to go to Belize City and used to even reach to Cayo. But that was it's true. It's a clash. I don't know what started it, guys. I cannot answer that. But if I'm back on the show and you invite me on the show, I will make sure I have that. I will have that.
If I do research, well, then you're definitely going to be back on the show.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious. Apparently, it was a big rivalry that existed. So I'm very curious to know what started that rivalry, and does it still exist today?
Yes, I can recall my U17 national 2018 when we beat Corozal. We went to Corozal and gave Corozal 4-0 in U17. Corozal came back and gave us 4-0 in Orange Walk. That was one of the biggest games. And I think it showed that the coaching staff and Corozal saw what was their weakness and they practiced and they came back with us. I could not believe it. We just gave them 4-0 in Corozal and they came back in Orange Walk and gave us 4-0. We managed to score one goal, that advanced us to the finals, to the next round. But we ended up to score one goal, that what helped us.
Well, we have Mr. Otan Castillo, who always participates in the conversation, saying Corazal and Orange had the best players ever. That's what started the rivalry to see who was the best. And then Mr. Acosta is saying also the biggest fan, they also had the biggest fans whenever they played. So, you know, the fan base, who bring out the biggest crowd, huh? And then we have Satish saying the rivalry was because both teams were from the north, so El Clásico.
Yeah, El Clásico, yes.
There you have what we have. One leave it to the answer right there.
Oh yes. Remember there was in this competition, there was a San Joaquin team that had a lot of talented players. Some of the Orange players also left from Orange and went to San Joaquin. Cricket Crawford, Freddie Tun. If you hear Freddie Tun and the Tun brothers, they left Orange. They wasn't playing with Juventus. They were playing with San Joaquin. Someone mentioned it a while ago. This is Mar Eddie that tell them about the great San Joaquin team. That was true. And the only reason why I am saying that is because I know for a fact that the history stated about there was about 6 players that left Orange and joined San Joaquin, and that's the reason why San Joaquin had a powerful team, you know? So the rivalry was between both. But when it comes to the district versus district, I have to find out. I will not come on this show and say something I don't know. So I'm going back to history. I'm going to Corazal to find out a little history as well. You know, I want to get my facts correct.
Please do it, Sarah. Imagine it's a rivalry that started years ago and that still exists today. But you know, like I said, it's all about healthy competition, and that's what motivates players to keep pushing. So I'm all for that.
Yeah, one of the things, as we get back into this game, if you listen to the audio, I'm not getting it too bright, but there goes the throwing inside. Corazal controls again, but a big bang inside and headed there by Chacon. Corazal had many breaks to get their goal. They could have. This game was. If I was telling you, this was an easy 4-0 for Corazal. Corazal may have beat Arinjoa hands down. This was. I don't know how they never win this game. When I analyzed, I watched this game 4 times. You know, I watched this game basically 4 times, and this was Corazal game. Yes, watch at the back. How many people are standing up? This is what they said. Rivalry. It's not only about the players and about the fans. Corazal would basically bring about 3, 4, 5 was full of people from all San Joaquin.
And that's what I'm saying. It was also about who brought out the biggest crowd, who has the biggest crowd supporting them, you know, and that's what we need to go back to. We want the crowd, we want the fans supporting the teams. What is it that they say? The 12th man can the field?
Yeah. Yeah, that was basically that's what we call it 12 man for 2. But we don't see this again in 20. Like I said, football we just missed a whole year. But if you can recall back in 2018, 2019, we are not seeing the amount of fans that saw the game like this. But we need to get it back. I don't know how we are getting back. We are working on it.
And it's all about getting the fans to believe back in the process. Like we always say at the Football Federation, believe in the process. We now have systems in place to ensure that we have a strong national teams coming up. You know, we have professionals at the Federation who are there to work hard and ensure that football is on the right path. So, you know, we invite our viewers, we invite the fans to continue believing in the process. We're gonna get there, we're getting there, and like I said, it's all a process. So I have this opportunity to thank our viewers for tuning in tonight. It's Tuesday night, which means that you are watching Legend. This is episode 7, and we are back in 1992.
Now, let me just go back and then break down to some of the viewers. I can see, and some of the messages are coming. And Lord Corazal, people are messaging me. I went there, my Orange people, man. What's going on with my Orange? Let me just break down some of the players from Orange that I know the uncle and the auntie, some of the son, they watch some of the show. They got in the goalkeeper position. They had none other than Giovanni Rodriguez, one of the great goalkeepers for Arinjoa. Defensively, they had Lloyd Transantin. Lloyd Transantin lives in the States right now. We used to call him Transan because he was quite fast. We have Steve Hall. Stephen Hall was from Corazal, left La Victoria, conjoined Sugar Boys Juventus, who captured so much championship. Mariano Pitch from Progreso. The Progreso fans there. all the people from Progreso. Yeah, and Mariano Pitch as well. Mariano Pitch was from Progreso. We had Orlando Reed, left Cayo and conjoined Orinjo, and he did a wonderful performance. He was one of the baddest defenders. Yes, he left Cayo and Wade Orinjo conjoined Orinjo, Sugar Boys, Juventus, Wayne Wade. Wayne Wade is right around right there, always helping, assisting, coaching right now, coaching most of these players. We had Alan Tubos Flowers, another player from Progreso. Played forward position, but everybody knows Tubos Flowers was a defender. Most of the time he played between him defending and midfield. I also had Jorge Nunes. Nunes came way from Brazil. And he's still there. Porra, they call that a Nunes nickname. Porra. I don't know why they call her Porra. That's what they call her, Porra.
Porra or Moha?
Huh?
Moha? Moha?
Porra with a P. Porra.
Porra.
Everybody knows Nunes as Porra. I don't know why they call it. That's a Brazilian word, I guess. So he was playing the midfield position in this game right here. Wayne Wade just tackled somebody right there as he passed that ball over that side. And that's Wayne Wade as you had.
Rough game. Very physical.
I told you, Jazz, this was a very, the referee made this game get out of hand. The referee really did a poor job, and the referee was none other than Caballero. And everybody knows Caballero, he's one of the referees, and nobody like, if you can, Jazz, one of the funny things about football, if you can recall players, I think it's what was most really I'm blaming the ref most of the game, kind of feel like the ref. But it wasn't about cheating, it's just the way how the ref carried their way out there. That's the problem with it, you know. Then also they had this player by Luis Briseno, he's still alive. Someone just texted that one of the players passed away that was playing in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back, let me see.
So while you find that comment, let me just say, have Mr. Albert Johnson saying the mighty Avengers from Cayo was one of the best football teams who reigned with a good record for many years from the late 60s into the 70s. So the Avengers, I need to work very hard to try to get one of those games for our fans.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yes, I heard about the Avengers here. I heard, if I'm not mistaken, down the stretch. Orinjo used to go to Cayo and give the Avengers a good run, but the Avengers are friendly. I think they won the games there, but I'm going to find out though, because I need to investigate. I don't know. I like when the audience tune in and the audience give their opinions, and I know some of these things are right. So why when Cayo will find out exactly what's going on, how many times Juventus and Avengers clash? Because I guess they must clash a couple of times.
And let me also take this opportunity to ask our viewers who are watching us, guys, if you are watching us, or if your uncle, your pa, your cousin, somebody is a legendary football player and they would like to be on the show with us, definitely send us a message on our FFP Facebook page, and we would be very excited to have you on the show and hear from you. We're always opening the floor to have conversations with you. We want to know about your experience. If you know what caused the clash in the north, you're saying it's a Classico, but if you know more about this, definitely reach out and we will be more than happy to have you on the show.
Yeah, someone just mentioned Mariano Flowers and Rudolph Flowers. These guys are from Progreso. There were 3 powerhouse players and they're brothers, if I'm not mistaken. These guys are family members and brothers. They're all from Progreso. So you see that Orinjo also brought this, and then Progreso is from Corozal. You know, if you watch the map where Progreso goes, Progreso is originally from Corozal. The boundaries to Corozal, but you know we Orinjo, we bring them in because we don't play. We want
you see why they have a clash there yesterday?
Yeah.
Guys, I really hope that all our viewers at home are enjoying this game as much as we are. Like Mr. Shepherd mentioned, it was a very physical game. It was a very aggressive game, intense game. But, you know, they all wanted to win, so.
That ball against net, another break to Fanny Rodriguez with a big save as he picks that one up, sends his players outside. It's gonna be, remember we played down ball, it's a big bang, and the ball and big bang again. No, we don't do this thing. Then kids, then you 15 and you 17 can't do that anymore, right? The game has changed. Yes, it's called organized football. There's no more bang bang and bang bang. So we have reached a level that we have moved. So Steve Hall control. He sends that ball inside the middle, trying to intercept it there. As a bad pass by Steve Hall. The play is broken up there and control. Set back. Here comes Corazon on the attack. George Chanzan came that be there. That is none other than Edmond Padney that has the ball. The ball is put on that kind of Padney with a center inside the middle, and it goes on right to the post. The ball goes outside. It's going to be another spot kick there for the Ranger Sugar Boys team. And again, down the stretch, you're gonna see the more excitement, the more excitement of this. Alan, someone, why my good friend, why my good friend, why Yaz Avila. He's, you know, when I go to the States and think Yaz is tuning, so you know, Yaz will get a lot of people tuning to this game. People are hearing about this game. The rivalry, the clash.
It's a very, it was the rivalry. Everybody watched this game. It's, you know, reliving the moments, and that's the whole idea behind this show, bringing back those exciting games that bring back so many memories.
Yeah,
and then we have Mr. Acosta saying, Dave Romero, say, who can forget Dave Romero and Vargas, the best midfielders?
That's supposed for Corazon.
Not forget Mono Wade, Cricket Crawford, and they played with San Joaquin.
Yeah, the guys that are going to play, they can play for San Joaquin. That's why I tell you, there were about 9 teams in this tournament when it started. This Corazon, La Victoria had just won the championship. So they were trying to play, they were trying to see if they can win back to back. They were in 2nd position when this game played. Orange was in 4th position.
Secure that win.
They were in 4th position.
Thanks to all our viewers for interacting with us. We definitely want to hear from you. I definitely never did wrong with this game.
Oh, somebody just said Juventus never beat Avengers because Avengers retired in 1970. But we are thinking about Verdes.
I wonder what will happen if those two.
Our teller person, Avengers began, but they began a new team for Kyle named Verdes. So we are thinking about Verdes.
What would have happened? I wonder what would have happened if the Avengers and Juventus would have met. That would have been an exciting.
I would have to ask Albert Johnson to answer that question. That's a good question for one of our viewers, Albert Johnson, to tell us what would have happened if Avengers would have met Juventus back in that day.
If they would have, you know, had a match, how would that have turned out? We will never know, but I'm sure it would have been a very good match.
Yes, this guy Yaz is mentioning they shouldn't even mention Cricket Crawford because Cricket Crawford is from Marine Joak. Yeah, I told you that some of the Freddie Tut played with San Joaquin. Cricket Crawford also played with San Joaquin. And I was talking to Cricket Crawford, he's my good friend, and he said that that he had to he left Marine Joak to join some of the Corazal team, and you know people really don't like that, but at the end of the day, that is how it goes, you know, yes, you know.
Definitely.
So
I can't get over the crowd. That's something that I can't ever stop mentioning when we play back these games. The crowd is always there. They always had that full support.
Yeah, that. Still inside the first half of this game, that ball is being played on the opposite side. That was Orlando Reed with a foul. That's another foul. And again, yes, that's another is going to be a spot kick here for Corazon.
Like about 15 cards by the end of this game.
It's about 15
I hope somebody is keeping count, and I'm not sure. Has anybody answered your question yet, or do you want to repeat that question to give our
the question is who was? I'm asking, we're giving away a show that T-shirt one more time. Yes, we're giving away a T-shirt, this beautiful red T-shirt that marks legend and has an FFB long sleeve for nice and
Jaguars on this hand, and it says Belize, so Belize, the Belize Jaguars, and at the back, of course, it says legend.
Who was the coach of the Sugar Boys Juventus team? Who was the coach of the Sugar Boys Juventus team? And you can win yourself that T-shirt right there.
Name. Remember, you guys, you need to say the full name of the coach.
Yeah, the full name of the coach.
So, somebody, I'm sure somebody else.
Pelayo said, no, Pelayo remember the coach of the team. I get it from Wait. Someone mentioned Pelayo, tell him it's not Pelayo, it was someone else. Pelayo was there, but he wasn't the coach. Mariano Pitch, Nunes. Boy, someone is. we have we have a winner right here. If I'm not mistaken, Yasmin Al said it right. That Placencia Nunes is the coach of the team right here. Yas, you got that one? Avila. Placencia Nunes was the coach of the team. His name was Rafael Nunes. Rafael Nunes. He has it correct. So the winner of the T-shirt is Mr. Avila. Yazin Avila. You get the name?
Yes, watching it. Yes,
Yes, he's the winner. Someone just mentioned it a while ago, but he mentioned it before.
Okay.
He mentioned it before.
I get my private message, right? And I can't say who said, but they're saying. It said Corozaleños considered Orange Walk as their biggest village, and that's what Orange Walk people never like.
What?
That's what Corozaleños considered Orange Walk as their biggest village.
What?
So that's what Orange Walk people never like.
Boy,
That's what
no, you are
I don't know.
You are structure real and no. You will tell a person who text you and leave it as is. Because I know that I have some job you are remember on that message there. I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. I know, that never has. Yeah, that never has. Juventus and Verdes were two good teams. No respect to both teams. I can't. Yeah, that's true that they can't predict what may happen down the street with the two teams. But it was a great rivalry. So something where the fans expect. Back in the game, as you see, the ball was going to be throwing ball controlled by Edmond the Buzzard Pandey. Again, Pandey was playing another player down against the referee. Just make the ball play. See again. Again, shot towards the goal. Giovanni Rodriguez with a big save as he picks that one up. He's going to kick that one. The ball goes high, wide. Big bang again, trying to see if he can find Esteban Hall. Here comes Esteban Hall down the stretcher. He can make a play, but Delmar Sutherland was there to pick that one up. Delmar Sutherland, he's going to take that big bang again, and the bang bang ball goes
now,
back
now we have Yasin saying Corozal only had great teams because they used Orange Walk players.
I told you, so I tell you. So
I know they get into that. All I'm saying is that it's a very exciting match tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Someone just said that Placenta Nunes passed away. He passed away. Yeah, he passed away 2 years ago. So the coach has also. That's the reason why when I was going over the game, I knew that some of the players, and I asked Wayne and I asked Steve Hall about the players, and I know the only one that I knew that passed away was the goalkeeper, Delmar Sutherland. Now we are finding that some of these players have passed away, but you know they have their kids, they have their aunt, their cousin, their brother that are watching, tuning into the game as well too, and you know, God rest their soul. They did a lot. They gave a lot to football.
They gave a lot to football, and you know what? They may not be around anymore, but I'm sure that they nurtured their kids to also be football players, because some of the best football players came from families, either their uncle, their brother, their grandfather. Somebody down the road was also a footballer who inspired them to go into the sport.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. But Mr. Raul Pelayo, you just mentioned the name, but we already gave away the shirt. Mr. Pelayo, that you asked a couple of questions. We wanted him to come to the show. I think the show would have been a great show, Mr. Raul. A good night, Mr. Raul. We wanted you on the show so you could have described. See, Mr. Raul mentioned it was Placenta Nunes that was coaching the team. You know, Placenta Nunes used to go to the game. He used to ride he was a big fella, he was a huge guy. He used to ride his motorcycle, and everybody knew he go sit down on a chair. So he used to coach the guys there. Everybody said they never win no championship with him. They never win. It was when Banjatili took over the game, and then we have to mention Barnaqueo. Barnaqueo started being one of the managers of the team. It was when Juventus were on the class. There we see another player down again. And I look at that hard tackle right there. That's a rough tackle. Rough tackle there by Alan Tubos Flowers. That is Alan Tubos Flowers really with a rough tackle. He's from Progreso. Number 7 right there, as you see, as he turned his back. Foul again, and the referee never gave Alan Nokia. They never give that's a yellow, automatic yellow card. Never give too much for a yellow card, and that is the reason.
I think we should put you for ref this match. That's what.
I mean, I give you too much for a yellow card because that's a rough tackle, man. The man from behind.
But you were mentioning earlier that we did want to have him on the show. I mean, he was. We had a conversation with him, and I definitely wanted him to share his perspective, his experience, his knowledge with our viewers. But you know, unfortunately, we couldn't have him. But we can still add him on the call if you would want to join
there is
the
another game. There is
conversation
another. I hope it's one of these days. And if there is a game between Orinjua and Belmopan Bandits. This guy Cheese Burn scored a massive goal. That was a big chap final game between Orinjua, between Belmopan Bandits and Orinjua. So maybe down the stretch you can get that game, yes, but we wanted Mr. Pala because it started Mr. Pala. He was basically the founder of Juventus.
Yes, he did excellent work with this team, and you know it's all about having those legendary players to come and to share their knowledge with us, to share their experience, and to give them that appreciation and that highlight that they deserve for all their hard work with football back in the day. You know?
You see, yes, everybody knows that.
Just let me give our viewers at home a little preview of another game that's in the works, and that's for Sajitun and Grega Mandala, the final series. So that's another game that they can expect. And I give you no inside information. You have to watch the game like our viewers as well.
Yeah, we have to watch the game, yeah.
But I love the interaction tonight. I love when our viewers interact with us. I love hearing from them. Like I said, I wasn't around when these games were played, but I love living the experience through our fans, through our viewers, you know. I just love the interaction. And so guys, thank you so much for interacting with us, and I'm loving the energy tonight.
One of the things I can tell you right now, you know much fans right now, they tune into this because they want to get that right, that love back for passion. When they hear the words, yes, my dad was deep in football. I used to go to all of the games, and I couldn't go. I'm too small, and I really wanted to tag along with the game. That's what made me excited to get to love football. But man, I tell you, the Orinjo people really had that passion for the game. And when they hear Juventus, man, even the females, they were excited. They were out of that game. Rivalry. Many people fight, you know, there was some vicious brawl and fight against Orinjo and Paraza when it comes to football. We don't want to get into the darkness there, but it went so far that just the love and the passion brought these kind of rivalry, and that's what we like. I don't think there is any rivalry right now in any football as we speak, but back in the days when these two teams used to clash. I don't know if there is a rivalry between, right now, I think there is between Verdes and Belmopan Bandits.
We can ask our viewers. I mean, they would be the ones to really know that such a strong rivalry exists now, and if so, who has the biggest rivalry in, you can't say 2021 because we haven't had football, but in maybe what, 2019, who had the biggest rivalry?
I say he built the club beginning from 1980 to 2001. So much years that man spend a lot of time in football to where Juventus would have name. I don't know how many championships, maybe someone can tell us how many championships they won, but I know that I think Juventus is the franchise that won the most championships when it comes to football, if I'm not mistaken. And we need to get that correct, we need to find out. And I want to dig up the history and find out. We are find out there.
So I'm hearing that the biggest the rivalry now is between Bandits and Verdes. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I'm hearing.
Bandits and Verdes.
We have Yasin saying Raul Pelayo did so much for Orinjoa football. I know firsthand what this man went through to keep Juventus alive. God bless him. Enough respect to Mr. Pelayo.
Alan Tubos Flowers, one of the players that played in the game, I tell him we get supposed to get a yellow card and the referee.
I wonder if you remember that the yellow card. I wonder if he remember, you know, the moment and if now he looks back and thinks.
Yeah, he was playing. I was asking right now, you were playing forward. You was playing mid forward. Alan Flowers, and everybody know he was not a forward. As far as I know, Alan Flowers was a defender, not a forward.
I'm reading a comment by Samuel Novella saying, still remember a slogan, Juventus finals. Verdes say West is best, but with Juventus, they must rest.
That's nice.
Reliving those memories and holding on to those memories of the great Albies. We're gonna get back there. I'm sure of it. We're determined. We're putting in the work. We're putting in what it takes to ensure that we build back football to what it was back in the game, and even better, actually.
Just have to believe in the process. Trust the process.
Believe in the process, and we invite our viewers to continue
to tune in. I know some of the people are coming out. Shepherd is watching as well too. Me and Maestro Shepherd. Good night, Maestro. We used to watch these games and we used to be a part of it, and Maestro give a breakdown of analyzing. As he used to go watch Juventus and all these people tuning in watching these games. So I can tell you that some of the people are back again. Hugo Javier Gonzalez, La Victoria, the pride and joy of Corazon. I love going to see these games and the fans. Some of the people
I love this interaction connected to our fans. We are about 3 minutes away from we're about 3 minutes away from the half time of this game.
3 minutes and a half time. This is basically when the cards are starting.
Again, we're extending the conversation to Mr. Pilar. You know, there's always time if you'd like to join the conversation because you were the little insight of what your experience was. You're invited to join the call.
Yeah.
La Victoria, the pride of Corazon. I love going to see these games. That's coming from Hugo Javier Gonzalez.
Yeah. I can tell you, we are bringing back some of these people that totally forget about football. But yes, that's why I admire your show, because you are giving back some memories, and people are happy. They are happy to see these. You know, remember their games? You know, this is 1992. Yes.
1992, I never even born yet.
I born 1978.
And there goes another card.
This is what I'm telling you about. At the minute 43, this is where I tell you the referee took the game out of hand. He gave the wrong red card. He gave the red card to Roy Ginn, the Costa Rican. And then the linesman called his attention, and then he tell her, hey, you give the wrong person the red card. And that is when he came back, and then he gave the right person, who was Chacon Zelaya. The Hungarian was supposed to get a red card. You see the controversy right there, then you see the fans at the halftime start to murmur. The Rangers fans, and I could big up Mr. Kankara. He was the camera glance. I think one of the person that love football, Mr. Kankara. See the linesman is calling the referee. If I'm see that is Mr. Pelayo right there, the manager. And then you can see some of the players are out of just start trying to know the referee is telling that he gave the wrong player the card. I watch a player, such a fanatic. Some of the announcers are there announcing the game.
The fans are
and watch it now. He's gonna give the red card to Chacon now. He gave the right person the red card. See, and Chacon know he did something wrong. Watch this is we're trying to talk to the referee. We have Alan. We have Roy Ginn trying to talk to the referee. Roy Ginn. I think he was the captain of the team. I don't know who this was the captain. I should have asked. You know, the reason why he got the red card is because he showed something rude to the fans. That's the reason why he got the red card. I know he's walking away. That's the Honduranian, Chacon that got that red card.
So we have Carlos Magaña saying, "Qué lindos recuerdos que vivimos en estos partidos. What beautiful memories we lived in these games."
And this is what just is starting.
Mr. Pelayo is saying, "My coaching staff was made up of myself as the head, Wayne Wade, and Charlie Slusher."
Okay. Yeah, he goes grab my water, and that's it for him. That's the end of the day for the Honduranian Chacon Zelaya. As he was, this is Mr. Kankara right there. That's Mr. Kankara as he was watching. Mr. Kankara is biling up. That's one of my good neighbors, you know. Biling up. That was this was nearly the ending of the game of the first half, yes.
And then so Mr. Pelayo is also saying the following year we won the first championship.
He said Mr. Raul said Placencia was fired at 1994, so 3 years without winning no championship, and there goes the coach. Usually they blame I blame Wayne Wade. I blame Wayne Wade and Alan was flowers. They might not be perform to a high level. They can hear me right now. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. Everybody said that the coach, Steve Hall, said it was the coach.
It's all love on this show, Mr. Shepherd. It's all love on this show.
Everybody said that they never liked the system the coach was playing, and that's the reason why Wayne said that most of them were playing out of their position. And that's the reason why I think they never win the championship. But when they changed the coach, that's the reason when Juventus started winning the championship, and also some of the players left and they brought in other players. So I was just analyzing and getting it.
So for our viewers at home, you're watching in 1992 Sugar Boys Juventus versus La Victoria, guys. And remember, if you know somebody who's a legendary player and who would love to be on the show with us, send me their information in the FFB Facebook page inbox, and I'll definitely invite them to come on the show. for the future shows. So send us your information and remember to share this live. Remember to keep commenting. We are live on the FFE Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Okay. But we're still in the first half, yes? Oh yeah, that is my great friend and that just dropped a while ago. That's none other than that was Luis Briceño, better known as Chino. Yes, we are already in the second half, if not mistaken.
We're already in the second half of the match. Yes, we are.
Luis Chino Briceño is getting ready to take his spot. There is for Nunes. Left foot. That shot goes a little too hard and goes outside and goes too wide, you know. As in the second half. So at this moment, Juventus is playing with 10 men. One already got a red card, so he's gone. He's gone and down the stretch and has followed the game. We're going to be seeing another player from the Juventus Sugar Boys getting another red card down the stretch. Yeah, we see Delmar Sutherland, the goalkeeper, kicking that ball, sending that ball away to the midfield position. Ball is picked up there by Wayne. Wayne cannot control it. I don't know what happened to Wayne. He couldn't even control the ball in that position right there. Ball goes back again, controlled by Chacon. Chacon is gone. That was none other than Roy Keane. Spin that ball and goes to the opposite side. Picked up there. And you see that errant pass again, small pass again, no good. Ball is going to be centered, goes back to the opposite side. And here comes Corozal, La Victoria, the champions on the attack, on the wing. And deep down the stretch, as you can see, again, I will mention my MVP of the game is none other than the goalkeeper, Giovanni Rodriguez, because he was the one that saved this Orange team from not taking at least 4 goals from the Corozal team. So again, it would have been rude if Corozal didn't beat you at least 1-0. I don't think I'm going to announce. I don't know with 2 years and I'm just for years. I'm just joking.
Very intense match that we're showing tonight, and you know the crowd, our fans, our viewers at home are bringing the same type of energy.
La Victoria, the defending champs, are in their red shirts and blue pants. The ball is controlled here by Chino Briceño as he's trying to find Alan Kubo's flowers, and that way goes back there to Chino. Here comes Lorenzo on the attack goal, and Delmar Sutherland with a big save there as he picks that one up. That would have called picking cherries, you know, when the goalkeeper say when the ball drop inside they call it picking cherries. After when they clown the forward players and tell you know got nothing. That's the one that lead McNeil and lead joke when he's to tell the forward players. Picking cherries, that ball, a real sends that ball trying to find, and we see Wayne. This time they switched Wayne was playing midfield, and as the game got the defender went, Wayne went to the back and tried to play his right position. He's a defender, and he went back to the defending position to the back. That hard tackle again. You see the rough play, the rough tackle again. Watch that push and a player down again. Referee never called up. Again, man, it's referee.
I would have if I would be on that field, I would have run over me long time.
Yes. It was a very.
There would be no yapping.
Yeah, but it was a very physical game. Bad Bull, you not ready for Claro? Why? Why sure I learned from my shoulder of the valley. Yes, to tell me why. Yes, I learned from Karen Shepherd. I wasn't an announcer.
Call you out.
Call me out. Yes, man, call me out. I used to listen to Karen Shepherd. I would pick up my shoulder. My shoulder teach man follow for announce basketball and football game. He was great, and that's true. And the man teach me at technical high school, so he was my homeroom teacher. So it was another. And Shepherd will answer that right now. My Shepherd tuned in, so he answered that right now, and then he tell you that he teach me to announce football game. Yeah. Finley Gladden was one of the players that said he's going to take that big shot that goes back inside the middle, try to see if he can get that goal. Yeah, we see Alan Kubo's flowers center the ball inside, headed there, and goalkeeper Delmar Sutherland with another save. And he sends that one quickly, trying to go on the attack. Here comes Corozal, La Victoria back on the attack. Now on the left side of the wing. That ball is going to be centered inside the middle. Yeah, they come back again. Yeah, we see Nunes trying to play a defense, shot taking there and goes outside and goes above the head of none other than goalkeeper Giovanni Rodriguez.
Over the goal.
Yeah, the ball goes too wide and goes over the head there, over the crossbar of Giovanni Rodriguez. But again, yes, bringing back some serious memories and bringing back some excitement with football. And then you just mentioned you should have another good game pending for next week, Tuesday. Why, Sajid? You know that I'm not mentioning that Sajid, some of my cousins and uncles play on that team because you know that I'm Mango Quick. I don't like Greg about it, but I'm telling you. Remember that game, I hear about it.
No, that's another very nice match. I can tell the viewers that much. It's a very nice match. So it's in the work. And I take this opportunity to once again ask our viewers, guys, if you have any games, any past football games, feel free to share it with us. If you know any past player who would love to be on the show with us, definitely share the contact so we can get them on the show so that they can interact with you as well. And we can continue. You know, I think in the future show, we're going to have somebody from Corozal and somebody from Orange Walk who could explain to me what this whole clash was really about. We already get a few theories, but who knows? Who knows?
Probably, like I said, in this competition, they had San Joaquin, and they said San Joaquin had a good team this year. I don't know that, but like you have to give respect to the champion, La Victoria. They were the champion for a reason because they had the best players and they won the tournament, you know. And then the football started after all. Enough respect there to the Juventus team, but you know they have to give respect to the team, the La Victoria. The time they were the defending champ. There was San Joaquin as well too. You know, there was San Joaquin that also played in the tournament. I was watching on my phone when the battery got dead, yes. So I can't see the comments. Oh man. Yeah, I was watching.
I'll continue reading the comments for you. No worries, no worries.
Then you get a charge. Somebody took my charge out of my office. I'll deal with that tomorrow. No, there's somebody I can deal with tomorrow from the charge. I'll have phone gone. Oh, heck, great. No problem, no problem. So
no,
what was
reading the comments when people comment.
Maybe I put back the.
We're only going to be on.
So I can see the screen. I can watch a game. If they can put the screen, the game on, so I can see. I was watching it.
Well, we're really and truly, we are only on for 5 more minutes before we tune out so that the viewers can finish enjoying.
Only 5 more minutes.
So only 5 more minutes. We are here with our viewers, and then we will continue watching the game. So,
okay. Oh, all right. That's great, though.
How have you liked the game so far?
Like I said. This game brings, like I said, that's the reason why I told you personally I would do this game. Even though we're trying to find someone else to help us analyze the game, I went and I did my homework. I watched the game 3 times. I called a couple of players. I couldn't call some of these players from Corozal because I don't know them like that. But I went back and I knew Wade. I knew Wade. I know Giovanni Rodriguez. He's not in Belize. He lives in the States now. Lloyd Transanke lives in the States as well too. Hall of Famer Steve Hall. I went to Steve Hall just before I came. He was right outside of his house. And I said, Steve, I got a game I watch. And I said, what you got? And I started showing a piece of the game. And I started telling about the game overall and where he made position in the play. That's what he told me.
You said you showed him a piece of the game. So tell me, how was his reaction watching that game and seeing it further? Because a lot of people who, it's the first time that they're watching these games. Since 1992 when they played the game, it's the first time that they're actually watching themselves play. So how is it when you approach them?
First thing you mentioned, man, I only weigh 115 pounds. The man said, I tell you, you can be a jockey. Yeah, I tell him to go ride horse. But the man said, that's what he started to tell me what really happened. He said, yeah, just won a championship with La Victoria. It was true. He played with La Victoria and the championship team. So they wanted to negotiate and he wanted some more money. So he was going with the Yabra, he said, but then all of a sudden Mr. Pelayo, and he will comment on this, he said Mr. Pelayo came and watched him play a friendly game in San Joaquin. And they say, you know something, boy, this is a great Steve Hall. And you know, no business goes, yes, business and business, right? We could grab Steve Hall and bring the man for Juventus. And that's the reason why Steve Hall ended up on Juventus and he stayed there for quite a while and ended up playing with Juventus. You know, so then I'm going back down. Mariano Pech is from Progreso. Another excellent player as well too that played defense. Because you call him Caballo, I don't know why they call him Caballo, they used to call him Haas. And that's his nickname. Then we had Orlando Reed. Reed was way from Cayo, joining Juventus. That's a distance, you know. Remember with the Tabo Avengers and then team there.
It is. And I'm also curious as to what could have motivated players to make that.
I think it was Mr. Pelayo. I think overall, I think he had a way of trying to convince players to come to Orange Walk. Orange Walk was nice. We had sugarcane. They say when they call Orange Walk, You bite and two sugar cane, you get sweet. So I think it was that. I think it was it was Mr. Pelayo and the way how he communicated with these players, convincing them and telling them, yeah, we're the one. I treated her nice, I treated her with love. He also had a space where these players could have stayed. You know, they were leaving. I remember, yes, some of these players were getting paid, you know. It was not only about coming to play, but you were getting paid. You had a house, they had food. Also, you had Mr. Burns, one of the guys that had. There was a many other people that assisted in the equation, but Mr. Pelayo was the brains piece for Juventus. He did it by himself, you know. Like I said, we were mentioning Alan Tubos Flowers. He was on the show just tonight with me, and he was mentioning it. And I said to him, we know Alan Tubos Flowers was I know him as a defender when I saw him play, but someone else mentioned he was playing forward. And he was fast. Alan Flowers was fast, and he was an excellent player as well. Too. Played until his old age, played way down the stretch. Alan Tubos Flowers. We have Jorge Nunes. Nunes, right now, he's coaching San Pedro. He's the coach for San Pedro. But we mentioned earlier, he also coached a national team. He was a part of the national team when it was earlier, and he did a lot for Belize as well, to Belize national team. Then we have Roy Guillen, that was in Costa Rica. So we have players from Costa Rica.
So it was a very, very, very diverse team.
So again, you have to give the credit to Mr. Pelayo. How could you just convince and get a player by the name of Roy Guillen to come to Orinjoa, come to Belize to join this Juventus team and make such a big impact? That is what I'm talking about. We had Luis Briseño, better known as Chino. Chino Briseño was an excellent player, midfielder. He had an excellent left foot that can connect from all corners. Then Chacon, remember the one that got the red card. Then, you know, those are the players, that was the player, those players. Then in the second half, I know the fans will not get we're going to be half years, but in that game there, we had Alan Tubos Flowers came out and they brought in Hugo Pineda. Hugo Pineda now lives in San Pedro. He was one of the forward that brought in. They made a change, and also in that game, you will see that with that, Jorge Nunes got a red card for aggressing the referee, but again, I said the referee gave out of hand. Because he knew that our Chivas fans, that's why he said that.
Steve Carl inspired a lot of young players. That's Satish saying Steve Carl inspired a lot of young players. And then they're also saying, I want to see a game when we had Tiliman in Juventus. Juventus had won like 30 trophies before they went semi.
Oh yes, that's true. That's why I tell you this was a lot of work. You have to give Mr. Pelayo credit for doing all of this, and we admire him.
I take this opportunity to once again thank our viewers for joining us, for tuning in, and I take this opportunity to also thank you for being my co-host for tonight and making the show again a very exciting one. Unfortunately, it's time for us to log off and have the viewers enjoy the rest of the game. But to all our viewers at home, we thank you for tuning in, for interacting with us. We also take this opportunity to thank the person behind the scenes, Mr. Ian Jones. And like I said, guys, tune in next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. as we're going to be doing another very exciting match for you. Mr. Yasin, you can message the FFB Facebook page so that we can arrange the jersey for your t-shirt and how I can get that to you. Any final words, Mr. Shepherd?
Yes, it's been a pleasure. This one brought out the chills in me. It brought out everything. It was exciting. I also like that many people communicated, many people showed their views out to this game. It has been something that we were looking for. This is a part of the show that we want. We want people to give their comments about it, and I think we are heading the right way. Thank you for doing this. These things take time, and I admire you for your dedication and your work that you do. And I hope that you continue. And I hope you invite me another time on the show so that I can bring them. I know I'm very passionate when it comes to the game.
The show is always open, and you know I love having you as a co-host. So definitely you are more than welcome to always be at the show with me every Tuesday night. So guys, to our viewers at home, please help me to convince Mr. Shepherd to be with me every Tuesday night.
I wish I could, but I try my best.
I know you're a busy man, so I understand. But guys, thank you to our viewers once again. And remember, tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Legends on FFB TV, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. So thank you guys. Have a great night, and please stay tuned and continue enjoying the rest of the match. I'm going to be saying good night and enjoy the rest of the week, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Of the attack, just outside the box, sends it in for Lloyd King. King with the ball, Darren Armstrong on top of him. Here comes King, sending it back to Gino Briseño, number 11. Munoz on top of him. Here comes Briseño. Munoz again. It's a battle of two men, 1-on-1. And finally, it's going to be in favor of Juventus. The throw-in. The ball went off the pitch. A throw-in in favor of the visiting team, Juventus. And it's just 15 minutes into the second half, and the ball game is still tied 0-0. There's a rough play against Landy Vega of La Victoria. It's going to be a Victoria free kick. After these spots, I should say, we come back with Marlon the One in Spanish for the next 15 minutes.
Zeta Corporation on Town and Belize City offers spare parts for American Ford and Chevrolet cars. Also, Monroe Shock Observers, the best under the sun. Zeta also have all your ice needs for parties and dance, plus ice creams, palettes, sweets, biscuits, and natural fruit juices. Visit Zeta Corporation, 31 Main Street, on Walk, or 43 North Front Street, Belize City. Belize Hardware Supplies in Corozal provides you with small engines, water pumps, chainsaws, and gas engines and hardware tools. Belize Hardware provides its customers with parts for equipment they sell. Located at corner of 1st South and 4th Avenue in Corozal, or telephone 04222010. Check out Corozal's best. That's Belize Hardware Supplies. Marlon.
Afición deportiva, oyentes de Radio Belice, que viven la fiebre del fútbol. Al minuto número 16 de la parte complementaria, el marcador continúa. El equipo visitante Juventus que juega con 10 hombres. Este segundo tiempo tiene 0. Los campeones nacionales La Victoria también tienen 0. Entretenido partido, varias tarjetas amarillas, una tarjeta roja mostrada al defensor central del equipo Juventus de Orjuac, Víctor Manuel el Pechito Celaya. En estos momentos el árbitro central del partido conversa con dos jugadores, Edmond Pandi de La Victoria y el jugador del equipo visitante Juventus. Vamos a ver, Orlando Reed del equipo Juventus. Aquí la acción continúa.
Y antes Marlon había estado platicando el árbitro central del partido con en línea Audivaldo Mónima. Aparentemente los aficionados de ese sector del campo donde está Mónima están gritándole cosas porque son principalmente aficionados de Orange Walk. Y escuchaste durante el medio tiempo las entrevistas que dijeron que lo que pasa que en línea no puede aguantar a la afición de ese lado y por eso fue que quiso sacar a uno de los jugadores de Orange Walk. La cosa es que en estos momentos aparentemente algo le están diciendo a línea y entonces llamó al árbitro fue a pedirle a la afición que se calmara. Y entonces se escuchó por ahí, fui a ver qué pasaba, el ruido de la afición.
Bueno, gracias Rubén por ese informe. Importante, vamos a llamar a la afición de Orjuac a la cordura, que dejen de abuchear a línea de ese lado para que el partido continúe. Vamos a ver el resultado al final de los 90 minutos. Todavía pueden ganar. Aquí va el ataque del equipo Juventus de Orjuac en posesión de la pelota. Rechazo defensivo era Lloyd Kane con la pelota. La pelota se va a cobrar, es decir, tiro libre a favor de los campeones nacionales, La Victoria.
Contracting Engineering Service. We are general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erection of prefabricated buildings, federal concrete buildings, fabrications of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installations. Contracting Engineering Service. Your general building contractor countrywide. Call 03-22522. Ladies and Sons Store stocks a full line of hardware and electrical supplies in part beds, mattresses, refrigerators, stoves, and washers. Open 7 days a week. Located at number 10 Main Street. You can call 03-23311.
Afición deportiva, ahora la pelota a la altura del medio campo, el Tico Guillén que le pegaba de cabeza, pito del árbitro central del partido, tiro libre que favorece la representación del Juventus. Esteban Jale en posesión de la pelota, arribamos al minuto número 19, le está pegando en corto hacia el sector derecho, la bola a media altura la está tomando el jugador, el chino Briseño, Luis Briseño está centrando de pierna izquierda, balón al área, pasado, aquí viene el minuto Esteban Jale tomando la pelota, peligro, le adelantó demasiado, sigue Esteban y la pelota se le fue hacia la raya terminal, se le acabó la cancha.
SMA Grocery Store at number 7 Progressive Street in Juan Town. We have gift items, cosmetics, electrical items, decorative and ventilated block. And we also have for sale banister posts, all at very, very reasonable prices. Only at SMA at number 7 Progressive Street in Juan Town. You can telephone them at 03-225-78. Please Bank at the Action Bank, dedicated to providing high quality professional service to satisfy the needs of both commercial and private customers. Visit us in Orange Rock Town, corner Market Lane and Main Street.
Los culpables del
El equipo Victoria que el ataque aquí lo está tomando en escena el brasileño Jorge Núñez. Corre a gran velocidad tocando la pelota para donde se encuentra su compañero de equipo. Aquí lo está tomando el chino briseño, le pega de pierna izquierda. La está tomando en escena el jugador brasileño Jorge Núñez. Enfrente de la marca la para Luis Briseño, está en el lindero del área. No puede con el jugador mexicano, la muralla del equipo La Victoria. El jugador Barragán. Aquí está controlando la pelota el equipo campeón nacional La Victoria. El jugador número 19 se trataba de Jorge Kopp, que ingresó por Pedro Aque. En la segunda mitad aquí viene Jorge Kopp con la pelota en los linderos del área. Recibe la marca del costarricense Roy Guillén. La está tomando el equipo La Victoria. Le va a pegar Vega de pierna izquierda. Totalmente desviada la pelota. Saque de puerta que favorece la representación del Juventus. A la altura del minuto número 20 del segundo tiempo. El marcador continúa. La Victoria lleva 0. Juventus lleva 0.
Bell Black, situated on St. Helena Road, Corazon, manufacturers of concrete unit named Raw Black, decorated blocks, U-lintel and interlocking paved unit. We offer full delivery service free of charge to project site. Telephone 04222544. Our pub reporters in Corazon Town offer every photo service for instant photos to wedding and quinceañeras, video tips and video movie rental, and a wide variety of musical selections. We are the experts in radio and TV repairs and electronic parts. We even offer rapid service from abroad for vehicle parts. Our pub reporters at number 5 Park Street and the North Corazon Town, opposite Valley Bus Terminal. It's indeed business unlimited.
Pero va a haber una amonestación aparentemente para el guardameta del equipo Juventus de Orinjuak. Retomó la pelota, la rebotó del árbitro, la tomó como una falta y le mostró tarjeta amarilla al guardameta del equipo Juventus, Giovanni Rodríguez. Rubén.
Okay, the goalkeeper for Juventus gets a yellow card for dashing away the ball after the referee had blown the whistle, and it's inside the penalty box, just outside the goal area, and it's going to be a dangerous situation for the visiting team Juventus. Victoria is on the prowl.
Le va a cobrar un tiro peligroso en estos momentos. Aquí podría estar la apertura del marcador. Atención al minuto número 22, Victoria. La Victoria, los campeones nacionales podrían irse arriba en el marcador. Le mostraron tarjeta amarilla al guardameta Giovanni Rodríguez del equipo Juventus de Orinjuak. Vamos a ver, están conversando. ¿No están de acuerdo con la decisión del árbitro Ariel Caballero, los jugadores del Juventus? Rubén.
Okay, another guy got a yellow card. That's Pineda. A red card now. And a red card is being shown. Is it to Núñez? Núñez had a yellow card before. I think the Juventus players are all practically bushed because of what happened in the first half. They don't like what the referee is calling and they're protesting vehemently. The goalkeeper got a yellow card because he disobeyed, or what he did is he threw away the ball after the referee had blown the whistle. There's another red card. I think it's for Wade this time. So Núñez gets a red card because he complained apparently he had gotten a yellow card earlier. And then another red card just now. I think it is for Wayne, or I don't know. But he showed another red card, I think, just now, or is it a yellow? Pineda got a yellow, but then just now I think he showed another red card. Anyway, it's a free kick. Núñez was taken out of the pitch.
El brasileño Jorge Núñez ha sido expulsado del terreno de juego. Juventus se queda al minuto número 23 del segundo tiempo con 9 hombres en la cancha. Jorge Núñez, el brasileño, también salió expulsado y hubo tarjeta amarilla para el jugador que ingresó por el equipo Juventus. Se va a cobrar ahorita un tiro peligroso. Era el jugador Hugo. Vamos a ver, tratar de corroborar el apellido del jugador. Aquí viene el tiro violento de Pedro Barahona. Pega en la defensiva del equipo Juventus. Se va hacia la raya terminal. Se va a cobrar saque lateral. Favorece la representación de la Victoria. La afición abuchando las jugadas de ambos equipos en estos momentos. Hay emoción. En cualquier momento podríamos estar cantando el primer gol del equipo campeón nacional, la Victoria. Vamos a ver, se va a cobrar tiro de esquina que favorece a la Victoria. Todo el mundo a la expectativa, algunos aficionados de pie. Aquí viene la autorización del árbitro, balón al área, peligro de gol, el guardameta Giovanni Rodríguez, se le cae la pelota, está el rechazo defensivo. Aquí viene Esteban Jal por el sector derecho, se enfrenta a la marca y le están sacando la pelota. Se va hacia la raya terminal, saque lateral que favorece la representación del Juventus.
Contracting and engineering service, we are general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erections of prefabricated buildings, parallel concrete buildings, fabrication installation of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installations, contracting and engineering service. Your general building contractors countrywide. Call 03222522 or fax us at 03234001 Belize City at 02305119. Consumers chose Caribbean Chicken in Corazon and Orange Town because of their quality service and reasonable price. Caribbean Chicken wholesale and retail whole chicken and selected chicken parts. Delivered to shops and also available. Caribbean Chicken at number 51 7th Avenue, Corazon Town. You can telephone me at 0422-862.
Aquí está el guardameta del Bar Sutherland de la Victoria, el equipo campeón nacional con la pelota. Va a pegar de pierna derecha, lo está haciendo fuerte, balón a la altura del medio campo, la fuerza de gravedad ejerce su acción, no la deja que caiga el jugador del equipo Juventus. Aquí la está tomando el costarricense Roy Guillén, le pega de pierna derecha cuando hay pitazo del árbitro central del partido. Vamos a ver qué es lo que está indicando el árbitro. Se va a cobrar un tiro libre que favorece la representación del equipo La Victoria.
Bricks Blocks and Tile Factory offers blazing buildings and contractors tiles and compressed blocks in all sizes, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, made with new hydro-pressed block making machine. We also specialize in big orders, but we also can supply small orders also. Bricks Blocks and Tile Factory located at number 7 Progressive Street, Orange Rock Town. You can call them 03222421. For the best and tastiest in salt and sweet bread, check out La Popular Bakery at number 3 Batias Lane in Orange Rock Town. Also for the best in pastries, it has to be La Popular Bakery. Call the folks who know what they are doing at La Popular Bakery, located at number 3 Batias Lane. We also take orders. Give us a call at 03232229.
Arribamos aficionados al minuto número 26 minutos dentro del área, peligro de gol. Barahona le estaba pegando de testa. La pelota todavía en el área que defiende el equipo Juventus, la está tomando el jugador número 3 de la Victoria. Tiro de pierna izquierda desviado. Se trataba de Dorian Armstrong. Ingresó en la segunda mitad del partido. La pelota se fue hacia la raya terminal. Totalmente desviada, saque de puerta que favorece al equipo visitante Juventus del municipio de Orange, que está empatando en este segundo tiempo con la Victoria, campeón nacional, 0-0 cuando arribamos ya al minuto número 27. Parece que el jugador, el chino briseño, Luis Briseño, está lesionado, está atendido en el terreno de juego, está siendo atendido por los asistentes médicos del equipo Juventus. No sabemos qué fue lo que pasó. Vamos a obtener ahora el comentario de Rubén Morales Iglesias, a ver si él pudo notar esa jugada. Reiteramos, Luis Briseño está atendido en el terreno de juego recibiendo la atención médica en estos momentos.
Adelante tendremos
el partido paralizado hasta este momento. Rubén, no sabemos si tú lograste observar qué fue lo que sucedió con Luis Briseño.
Señores y señoras, el árbitro que nos escucha, el comisionado de árbitros se vaya para Corozal, pero me parece que al patear golpeó un zapato o algo, un botín, y eso le causó el problema. Parecía tener un calambre hace unos momentos. Esperamos que no sea nada más que un calambre.
Todo lo necesario.
Luis Briseño is going to be taken off the field. We thought a while ago it might have been just leg cramps, but it seems that he might have miskicked. He might have kicked on a block, and he got hurt. So he's being taken off the field by Guillén and the masseur for the Juventus team. So momentarily Juventus is playing with 8 men because they have too many ejected. One in the first half, Victor Manuel Chacon. Jorge Núñez got ejected a while ago, and for the time being they're playing without the guy that has just been taken out, Luis Chino Briseño, who is hurt definitely. And we're going to try to find out what happened to Chino Briseño.
Bueno, Briseño salió del terreno de juego con 8 hombres jugando ahora el equipo Juventus de Orange. 0-0 el marcador. Defendiéndose como puede. Aquí viene el tiro y la pelota estuvo a punto de hacer un pique un poco peligroso con el guardameta Giovanni Rodríguez. Afición deportiva, arribamos al minuto número 28. El marcador está 0-0, segundo tiempo del partido. En escena el jugador del equipo La Victoria, Ramiro Muñoz, se enfrenta al jugador Esteban Hall. No le puede zafar la pelota. Está siempre con la pelota, balón a la altura del área. Aquí viene el Mopandi, le pega de pierna izquierda. ¡Peligro! Y el jugador del equipo Juventus de Orinjuac, Mariano Pech, estuvo a punto de horadar su propia portería. Para suerte la pelota se fue sobre el travesaño. Arribamos al minuto número 29, 0-0 el marcador. Edmond Pandi le va a pegar de pierna izquierda. Era un tiro de esquina. Aquí viene el rechazo defensivo del equipo Juventus. Se defiende como gato panza arriba cuando llega el guardameta. Es decir, se va a cobrar otro tiro de esquina. La pelota no lo pudo tomar el guardameta Giovanni Rodríguez del equipo Juventus. Tiro de esquina, dice el árbitro Ariel Caballero. que favorece a la representación de los campeones nacionales, la victoria. Estamos arribando al minuto número 30. En cualquier momento tendremos la información con Rubén Morales Iglesias, que anda negando qué fue lo que sucedió con Luis Briceño. Realmente que salió un poco mal de una de sus piernas. No sabemos qué fue lo que sucedió. No hubo ningún problema con otro jugador del equipo Victoria. Simplemente parece que se lesionó él mismo. Parece que tal vez hay algún hoyo en el terreno de juego. Y de esta manera se lesionó Luis Briceño, que está siendo atendido. Aquí viene el equipo La Victoria en el ataque, rechazando la defensiva del equipo Juventus. Vega de La Victoria, se está tomando Edmond Pandi, le va a pegar la pelota a las manos del guardameta Giovanni Rodríguez. Minuto número 30. Inmediatamente después de los comerciales viene Rubén Morales Iglesias con la narración en inglés.
Central Hardware, number 5 Queen Victoria Avenue in Orange Rock Town for all your plumbing, electrical, and plywood needs. Of course, this includes Workman's tool for all type. Central Hardware is located at number 35 Queen Victoria Avenue in Orange Rock Town. ZTEC Corporation Orange Rock Town and Belize City offers spare parts for American Ford and Chevrolet cars. Also, Monroe Shock Observers, the best under the sun. ZTEC also have all your ice needs for parties and dance, plus ice creams, paletas, sweets, biscuits, and natural fruit juices. Visit ZTEC Corporation at number 31 Main Street, 31, and Orange Walk, or at number 43 near Front Street, Belize City. Ruben.
Luis Briceño for the Juventus team, but there was also changed to Victoria number 9. Ruben Rivero came in. Who came out for Rivero? We'll have to find out who came out for Rivero for the Victoria team. Seems that, well, we'll have to try to figure it out, but who came out. But anyway, what happened is tackled very roughly by Edmond Pandi on his shin. That's why he had to come out, and he was able to come back in, and he said, no, I can get back in, I think. And at the same time, Menario Vasquez would have been replaced for him. It was being substituted for him. So that's Gino Briceño coming out of the match because he got hurt on a tackle there by Edmond Pandi, he said. And there was a change. Ruben Rivero came in for La Victoria. We haven't established as yet who came out, but he is attacking on the right side of the field. Edmond Pandi is there below. Belon Talaora is still on the pitch, so it must be one of the guys from the midfield line. Magana, I think, is the one man that is out for La Victoria. Cobb is there. He's dropped back a bit to the second to the midfield line. So Ariel Magana is on, and Ruben Rivero comes in for La Victoria. It is 31 minutes of play. 32 minutes actually, I should say, in the second half of this scoreless match so far. 0-0 at the Recalde Stadium in Corozal Town. Pineda comes with the ball, crossing the midfield line. Cobb on top of him. Also Vega is trying to get away the ball. Pineda gets away. Vega's behind him, takes away the ball back in control, sending it over to Cobb. Cobb controls Victoria on the ball. Cobb sends it back. It's picked up immediately by Menario Vasquez, who Juventus back to Victoria. Pandi sends it over to the right side. Ruben Rivero, the guy who just came in, just outside the box. He puts it in, but he's too much, and the ball is off the pitch.
Contracting and engineering service. We are general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erection of prefabricated buildings, ferro-concrete buildings, and fabrication of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installations. Contracting and engineering service. We are general building contractors countrywide. Call 0322-522 or fax us at 0323-401. Belize City 02-30519. Belize Hardware Supplies of Corozal provides you with small engines, water pumps, chainsaws, gas engines, and hardware tools. Belize Hardware provides its customers with parts from equipment they sell. Located corner of 1st, South, and 4th Avenue in Corozal, or telephone them at 0422-010. Check out Corozal's best. That's Belize Hardware Supplies.
Ejected from the pitch in the first half. Practically on the 44th minute, it was Victor Manuel Chacon, the sub-captain, who was ejected for tackling too hard on Ariel Magana. In the second half, Jorge Núñez was protesting a yellow card. He was protesting too loudly. and referee Ariel Caballero sends him out. Pandy on the ball for La Victoria. He sends it, looking for Vega. Vega has one man on top of him. But it goes back to Pandy. He sends it over to the right side to Rivero. Too much dynamite on the ball. Rivero finally catches up with the ball on the goal line. Back to Munoz. Munoz has three on top of him. Rivero controls. Sends it. Here comes the header. Back goalkeeper Giovanni Rodriguez runs. That ball was right nonetheless, and it's still a non-scoring ball game. 0-0. Juventus and La Victoria. La Victoria and Australia now on the attack. They have still a two-man difference in favour. They have all the 11 men on the field. But Juventus, like I told you earlier, have 2 men out of the pitch, having been injected.
Únicamente faltan 3 minutos y las 17 horas, 5 de la tarde. Mejor amigo, dentro de 3 minutos tenemos un programa de inspiración internacional. Entonces no lo olviden, pónganse muy atentos. Mientras tanto vamos a poner esta pieza musical, una pieza más, y nos vamos rápidamente a lo que es el programa Inspiración Brasileña. Que la siga pasando usted de lo mejor.
Just now, the cross outside is making noise in background. They're quite happy. Cobb control for La Victoria. He sent it. It's picked up right away by Nadia Vasquez for Juventus. Juventus with the ball. Nadia Vasquez is taken away by Finley Gladden. Vega on the ball. He tries to take it away, but Vega dribbles himself right through. It's controlled by Gladden. Gladden with the ball. Back to Gladden. Nadia Vasquez. Taboos takes it away. And Vasquez pulls the ball as he slides down on the pitch. Quickly trying to find who is hurt and he decided the ball is going to stay even if it's going to be a printing in favor of La Victoria. Here comes the shot by Barragan. Sending it over to the next side. It's picked up by Winston Morgan. He sends it. Way. Sends it away. He knocks it out. It's picked up by Lloyd James for Juventus. 2 men on the attack. Juventus don't have the power to go forward now because they only take 9 men. If they do that, they allow their defense to become free. And that's what they will do. La Victoria. Here comes Pineda. He loses the ball. Still have Vega. And he holds on to Vega. The referee marks it this time. It goes over to Munoz. Munoz with the ball. Delano tries to take it away, but he cannot. Munoz continues to the ball. Diaz is on top of him. Diaz playing it. But cannot take it all away. He goes over to Pandy. He lets it go. Vega. He takes a shot. And it's off. Wide.
Bell Black, situated on Santa Elena Road, Corozal, manufacturers of concrete unit, mainly wall black, decorated block, new lintel and interlocking paved unit. We offer full delivery service free of charge to project site. Telephone this number is 04225544. Our pub reporters in Corozal Town offering every photo service from instant photos to wedding and quinceaños, video tips and video movie rental, and a wide variety of musical selections. We are the experts in radio and TV repairs and electronic parts. We even offer Rapidido service from abroad for vehicle parts. Our pub reporters at number 5 Park Street, North Corozal Town, opposite the bus terminal.
He calls the ball momentarily. He sends it forward now. On the ball, Ramiro Munoz. He sends the ball in. Picked up by Finley Gladden, who's also on the attacking side now. Here comes the big shot. Ahead by 10. The ball game is tied. 0-0. Whistle on the play. It was a foul against Juventus committed by Wilton Morgan against Esteban Hall, number 12. And he's the guy who used to finish for La Victoria last year. Now his game side over his own to account with Juventus.
Contracting and engineering service. We are the general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erections of prefabricated buildings, ferro concrete buildings, fabrications of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installation, contracting and engineering service. We are general building contractor countrywide. Call 03-22522 or fax us at 03-23401. In Belize City at 02-30519.
Picked up by Esteban Hall. Hugo Pineda takes a big long shot just outside the box, but it goes off. It is just 6 minutes away from the long whistle. They've been holding on to dear life right here in Corozal Town. They've had their ups and downs, and it seems today was not such a bad day, except that they got to be rejected. One in the first half, and especially in the second half because of lack of discipline. Jorge Nunez complaining too much to the referee, and the referee said, "You're out of the ball game." Here comes La Victoria. A big header by Vega. But the goalkeeper Giovanni Rodriguez was right there to hold on to the ball. Dangerous play. Juventus got out of it without a scratch. Here comes Rivero, sending the ball back to Dorian Armstrong, number 9. All of the Victoria players are on the Juventus side. Here comes Marlon, the one.
Pero lleva la victoria también una gran cierre visitante. Juventus que está jugando con 9 hombres. Le han entregado tarjeta amarilla. Jugador del equipo Juventus. Vamos a ver si me toca para el guardameta. Giovanni Rodríguez, que es la pelota del árbitro. Estos últimos minutos, 42.
Okay, here comes the Victoria on the attack with the ball. It's off the pitch. It's going to be a throw-in.
Contracting and engineering service. We are general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erections of prefabricated buildings, that is, concrete buildings, fabrications of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installation. Contracting and engineering service. Your general building contractors countrywide. Call 03-225-22 or fax us at 0322.
Got a yellow card. That makes 5 only for the Juventus team is going to get it that way. Finley Glad for Victoria got a yellow card. Ariel Magana also got a yellow card for Victoria. So total there have been 7 yellow cards and 2 men have gotten red cards in this ball game. Just Camila Victor Chacon and Javi Nunes for the visiting team Juventus performance of town. Nil-nil ball game is going to be a free kick just outside the corner. It is headed away immediately by Orlando Reed for Juventus. It's being picked up by Menadio Fetch. Menadio controlling the ball. It goes back to Dorian Armstrong. The only man from Victoria that is in their side is the goalkeeper Denver Sutherland, and even he is outside at 18. Everybody else for Victoria is on the Juventus side of the pitch. Here comes Spandy, number 11. He sends it over to number 2. Big gun. Just wide.
In gas depot at Central Lane Road, Corozal. Telephone us at 04-22268. Contracting and engineering service. We are the general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erections of prefabricated buildings, concrete buildings, fabrication of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installations. Contracting and engineering service. Your general building contractors countrywide. Call us at 03-225-22 or fax us at 03-23401. In Emboli City, 02-30519.
And as we play right here, about 15 laps to go in Emboli City, it is Antida Cycle Classic. Sports everywhere in the country this weekend. There was also a regatta in Belize City, and I suppose it might still be on elsewhere in the BSFL. 2 games, one of the MCC Grands, San Pedro, San Joaquin, Esperanza Yabra in Cayo. Yesterday, Acros Carib defeated Georgeville Strikers 2-1, and Verdes won their first game against Happy Home Builders 3-2 at the MCC Grounds. Dorian Armstrong on the ball for Victoria. It's desperation time. About a minute left in this match, under a minute, and it's right now Wilton Morgan controlling, sends the ball in, headed in by Finley Gladden, but no dice. Referee, or I should be goalkeeper Giovanni Rodriguez was right there on the action on money time, and it's still yet a 0-0 ball game. And it's still yet Victoria time. Here comes a big shot towards the box, but it's headed away. It's blocked off by Juventus. Here comes Panda taking a shot, immediately blocked off again. Knocked out by Juventus. The ball is off the pitch.
Contracting and engineering service. We are the general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erections of prefabricated buildings, concrete buildings, fabrication of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installation. Contracting and engineering service. Your general building contractors countrywide. Call 03-225-22 or fax us at 03-23401.
En un partido donde hubieron muchísimas, pero muchísimas tarjetas amarillas.
Contracting and engineering service. We are general building contractors countrywide. We specialize in erections of prefabricated buildings, concrete buildings, fabrication of concrete piles, civil and mechanical installations. Contracting and engineering service. Your general building contractors countrywide. Call us at 03-225.
I did it for you.
I did it for all of us.
Lo hice por mí, lo hice por ti, lo hice por todos nosotros. Vacúnase hoy.
So that everybody's life can go back to normal. Please.
Get vaccinated today.
Thank you.
1 goal.
1 project. 10 football regions.
123 clubs.
2,396 youth participants.
2018 saw the rise of our youth with the implementation of the National Youth Championships in the categories of U15 male, U17 females, and U17 male. This project essentially sought to strategically promote and develop football in Belize by means of centrally organized competitions at the youth levels for both males and females. President of the Federation, Mr. Sergio Chuk, explains more.
Well, the vision of the FFB is to promote football on a whole, but through the funding, the FIFA Forward funding that we got this past 2018, we were able to come a lot closer to our vision, which is basically improving the quality and the time that the kids are playing football. Those competitions basically culminated in a champion for each of the 10 regions, which then participated in a national tournament. So we have champions at the national level for our youths in the U15 male, the U17 male, and the U17 female. The main objective is that we want to improve the quality of football, and we realize that football has to be played from the youth level if we are thinking, if we are dreaming about competing with the region and competing with the world. So what we have done is provide an enabling environment where the kids could have as much playing time as possible.
In the past, the centralized structure of the FFB limited the capacity to organize and manage competitions at the subnational levels. As a result, a collaboration agreement was entered between the Football Federation of Belize and the National Sports Council to establish regional offices countrywide. All 6 regional offices are key in the organization and administration of competitions within the country. The youth tournament started off with 47 U15 teams, 54 U17 male teams, and 22 U17 female teams. Number of participants for these tournaments totaled 2,396 participants throughout the country of Belize. Despite the challenges faced, there is no question that the National Youth Championship was a great success. This project did not only allow youths to come together for the love of the game, but exposed them to many valuable skills and lessons that they will hold on forever. It did indeed start out as an idea that became a plan, then became a project. Something simple that started out with a pen and paper in hand touched the lives of many individuals who invested their time and passion in every game. This project essentially sought to strategically promote and develop football in Belize by means of centrally organized competitions at the youth levels for both males and females.
In order for all these youth tournaments to happen, we had to have qualified coaches. The Football Federation of Belize set up programs during the year where more than 250 Belizean coaches were trained.
The Football Federation of Belize takes this opportunity to extend our gratitude for all the support and collaboration given to us throughout the years.
Thank you.